Okay, all right. Dale, do you want a mic? Okay, hop up here. Don't be shy. Jump in there.
I can't make a PA. It's been an interesting year. It's been an interesting day. Think about it. It was 52 years ago next month when I walked into this place, and I'd never seen it before. Never knew what it was. Wasn't really sure I was going to know what it was when I got out of it. But I got a very good education. Got out in 65. I went to work in Chicago, playing with two-way radios, because that's what I did when I was there. And then Uncle Sam came along and decided I would go someplace. So you guys were fighting snowstorms, I was fighting something else in Southeast Asia. Came back, got married, got a job, all based on my education. And here I am. Still working. And by default, I guess I'm the president of the Alumni Association. I was a technical vice president. Unfortunately, the president, Mr. Dale Burrier, passed away, I think, 2 years ago. A good friend. Last year I was talking to another good classmate, Jack Hall. He seemed quite in good health. He was happy. He was doing farming. He'd stopped teaching. And this few months ago, he passed away. I found that very unexpected. So, as far as I know, the Alumni Association owns the name Valparaiso Technical Institute. There's an awful lot of stuff that's in this building that really needs to be sorted, because I think a lot of it are all of the files that Nettie Hirschman kept. Some of this needs to be read, looked at, maybe some of it scanned into computers so we don't lose it. Nowadays, you can do that pretty easy. Back in the 60s, somebody, or late 60s, early 70s, somebody donated a computer here that was, bigger than the inside of this tent. It had big reels of tape that went on. It took you 20 minutes to sit there flipping switches just to boot it up. And it had a couple of megabytes of RAM. The camera I'm carrying has 64 gigabytes on a little plug-in chip. So, let's see where we went. I'm not sure the association fought long and fought hard to try to get the school going again in some form. Unfortunately, the Hirschmans had very particular ideas, and really didn't want to let us go to things that would actually put it back on the map, get it working again. So some of the things we had to pay off bills and things, we sold a lot of the antiques out of the museum over there, just so that somebody could have them and display them and say, hey, this is history. They wound up in a dumpster to the next guy who's going to tear down the building. You look in here, there's an awful lot of stuff that's still of antique value and should be preserved somehow. We were still part of the organization. We probably ought to get together and figure out exactly what we've got, maybe get some new people involved. Biggest problem for a lot of us, we don't live here. We come back once a year and say hi to everybody, and then go about our own lives. It's a little ridiculous. I'm going to be 70 next month, and I'm still working. I have 3 kids. I have 5 grandkids. ranging in age from 16 and a half to 2 weeks. So, as you can see, life is a little busy, so it's not quite as easy as it was in the old days to, when the Alumni Board first got started, some of us drive up, 200-300 miles once a month, just for a meeting, get back plan what we're going to do. The whole idea was to set up the 100th year celebration. And we did a pretty good job on it, I thought. And during that time, Dale and I sat down and realized that this is a social organization where most of the meetings were held at the Franklin House or some other place built report here in town. And it was, he paid to go whenever the meeting was over. So we sat down and rewrote the bylaws. We are a non-profit alumni association. We are tax exempt. I think we have some money. This Paul's run off with it somewhere. So like I said, I think some of us need to get together at some point and talk about this. It would be nice, I'm glad you guys are putting this stuff together on the net. Maybe we can find more and more of the alumni, get them on there. We've got a nice group here, but it's a very small fraction of the number of people who've been through the school. We've been well educated, well trained. You want to see, look at your smartphones and your super duper cameras and all that stuff. And a lot of that is because of guys like us who are out doing this stuff. And it's I've been in broadcasting just because that's what I liked all my life. And it's interesting because they say, gee, we'd like to do a remote from here, but we don't think we can. And I say, yeah, give it 24 hours. And then next thing you know, we're doing it remote. We've done everything from coax to microwave to fiber. We got to the point now I can take one fiber and stick 4 high definition video pads on it, going 4 in one direction, or I can do 1 in one direction and 3 the other direction. Which is interesting because we had the first demonstration of fiber in this upstairs room up here back in 1963. A guy from Bell Labs came in and said, okay, this is what it is. This is what a laser is. Oh, here's this little glass fiber thing where we can put light on it. And everybody went, who cares? Because the big guy was the tube. The electron tube was Ken. Some guy out of Bell Labs had come across this thing called a transistor. And we learned those in the last couple of semesters. But we learned that they were very expensive, very delicate. And if you just look at it sideways, it would pop, and then we were out another $15 for a PNP germanium transistor. You say that now and somebody say, huh? We put 10,000 of those on a 1x1 square chip and call it an integrated circuit. Some of the integrated circuits are getting too small. You really wonder what's inside there. They tell you it's nanotubes and quarks and all this stuff. It's doing a little thing inside this little chip. But you really wonder, it's just come out of the Harry Potter world. I have grandkids. I know Harry Potter. So yeah, it's interesting, and I'm very proud to be a graduate here, and I hope that we can do something to maintain Valvotech. They say we own the term, the phrase, the name, whatever you want to call it, and hopefully, I don't know, if I was a multimillionaire, we could build us a new school and put the name up and hire people and do it all. And I know several other people feel that way. But they just haven't gotten this gold hook yet. I keep trying. My wife says she wishes I'd hurry up so I could retire. But I've got a couple years to go. I really would like to do more for the association, but I think we're doing well to be here. But we need to do something to look at some of these old records and try to get those preserved as well. There's some files in there that say lost alumni, and I know those came out of Netta's office. And if nothing else, it's a record of people who actually attended here. Most of them probably graduated from here. Got out of here somehow. And we need to keep a record of that. We need to keep the history alive. I can go back and read the history of the General Electric Company. It takes everything from the first guy that generated DC light, generated arc light, something else, and these guys got together and books about this thing, and that takes it from its beginnings to like 1930. Supposedly with the second edition I haven't found it, it takes them up into the 60s, and it's very, very detailed, and that's what we need. It should be a book you can read, say, Operations Technical Institute, History of Electronics, or whatever. There's one that interesting Channel 6 in Indianapolis put out from Crystal to TV. They started out as a radio station, and most of the receivers at that time were Crystal receivers. They were the only radio station in town, so it's not a big deal. And this is just things we need to do. Somebody will stand up here someday and let you know that there's no Daisy someplace. I hope it won't be for a long, long, long time. At some point, I think, okay, well, maybe my son would like to go with Alphatech. By the time he's old enough, school is gone. Not much I can do about it. He's now a construction manager. He builds bridges and railroads and roads and stuff like that. So, but he knows how electronics. He wired TV set in his house and run cables and everything. He doesn't know what he can do himself. So, he probably learned something watching me do something. I say, welcome to everybody. I'm sorry that the situation has gone the way it has, but we fought a good battle. We need to go through what we have and maintain it, maintain our history, and hopefully we'll be back in another year and say, here's what we did. We made it just a teeny bit better. So I'm glad to meet everybody, see everybody. I'll shut up and let always get on with whatever else I have to do. I'll answer any questions that you have at home that I haven't answered.
Dale, how do people get a hold of you?
Easiest things on the internet. It's kind of simple. Dale_Smiley at yahoo.com. I'll get the message. I'll read the message.
At 2 in the morning, what's a good phone number? Because I know you're home.
So it's 555. And I can't spell the rest of it.
Hey Dale, thanks for trying, man. You appreciate everything you do. Be around here to take questions?
Yeah, I'll be around here for quite a while.
Great.
See if I can fall in the pit over here. They found some way to get rid of the instead of the fountain that Dale and I tried to build. They took it out and put a great big swimming pool in there. Yeah, that's our new fountain.
That's
Yeah.
Lake VTI.
Now if they can just put a little thing in the middle, spray water up in the air, and then we'll call that our memorial fountain. Yeah, hey, that's it.
I got my
All
phone
right.
ready to go on that.
Hey, that sounds good.
Dale, thank you.